Hi, I'm Sandra, the host of Experts Cocktail, a series of interviews with lead generation experts. I'm trying to learn what motivates them to run a business for themselves and how they deal with the challenges that come with that. In this episode, I'm talking to Ljubcho Gjorgjioski, founder of Creative Agency and one of our experts at Woodpecker Experts. Let's go! Hi Ljubcho, it's nice to have you here.
Hi Sandra, thanks for having me on the Experts Cocktail. I'm fully ready and yeah, we can start.
Yeah, I'm ready too. I have a lemonade today. Okay, so let's start. First question I wanted to ask you is that you are an expert in cold email, but your agency actually has two sides because you're also a video marketer. So I was wondering, why did you decide to go into cold email instead of just sticking with video marketing? What's the story behind that?
There are like two sides of this story and this decision. At first, I really never thought that I will end up doing lead generation with cold email at all. I had this opportunity to work for two companies that were offering this service, and I found it very interesting and challenging. So I learned a lot in that period. It was very interesting for me. It was something new, but then I saw that there are a lot of things that maybe can be improved in this area. So I thought myself, what if I go on my own? What if I try to see if I can improve something in the cold email industry and maybe use something like my style, some improved things. But then I saw that there was this question how I can really do all of this, and then I just realized that I'm offering video editing services, so why not grab the cold email and start campaigns for myself. It was like an ongoing experiment, of trial and error, let's say mostly errors, but things started to improve. And if you like to take the risk and do it, then you will just, go and grab the chance and say, okay, let's do it, and that would be it. So the other side is that I read a lot for cold email. It was at the first my thought that this is exactly what Eric Harbison said. It's the original one-to-one channel. But let's say you must stay human. I'm always trying to guide my clients and everybody that we need to just simply stop push for sale. We need to stop, implement all of those templated stuff that are going with the email. So I'm just trying to, implement all of this in a more human way, so people can start networking, ask more questions, learn more about learn more about the companies they're reaching out or the individuals, and simply be creative and stay themselves. Because if you're not yourself and you're just simply go with a templated outreach, it will definitely make some damage. So, as final thought for this question, I'm always using this joke that people need to, stop use some kind of TV commercial style emails, like some kind of pitched commercial from Anthony Sullivan, and then you just go like another follow-ups, like, but wait, there's more, and you just push for sale and you don't get nothing. So most of the time I started cold email because I wanted to make some change in this area.
I know you mentioned that you worked for some companies and you did cold email there. Why did you start working for those companies, like in a position where you were sending cold emails?
At first, I was introduced to cold email when I was a creative director for an Atlanta creative agency, and I really have no idea what's going on with the cold emails. But then I saw that this is a very great opportunity for me also to gain more clients for the video editing services. And when I see that there's a lot of improvement and there's a lot of potential in this, I decided to go on my own and say that I will definitely try to help more people use the cold email marketing to gain more clients for them and help them, at least get some leads at the end.
I know you're very much into sharing your cold email knowledge with others. What makes you want to share it with the community?
Well, at first I was very skeptical to share my knowledge, but then I saw that I realized that if you're following the market rules, you'll be average. But if you start sharing your knowledge, at least your learning path or your improvements, it will in some way improve the market, and it will simply improve the service that you're also offering. So the sharing of the knowledge is important for me just to also, it's important for me to inspire other people to start doing or to bring some knowledge with them, because I think that sharing the knowledge is very important for starting a constructive conversation. I really like when people jump in and say, I agree with this or I don't agree with you. And I'm seeing this like an opportunity for improvement. So if I'm sharing my knowledge with the community, I will get a lot of responses saying that we can start some kind of constructive conversation. This will lead us to, sharing more about the service, sharing more about the industry, and there will be, it will be some kind of trigger for creating new ideas and creating more improvement in that sphere.
Yeah, and cold email isn't as easy as it may seem, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of strange when you start cold email. You're somehow doubting yourself that you will get a lot of bad responses, but if you keep pushing and if you keep being yourself, you can definitely go and say, yes, this definitely works.
Yeah, exactly. And why did you decide to work for yourself instead of working for someone else?
Uh, well, that's an interesting question. I'm always asking myself this question, but I found that, everyone will say that it's freedom or it's a control of your finances or your free time, or you can do whatever you like. But believe me, it's not like that. Uh, Honestly, both sides are challenging and they can bring you success. Like working for yourself and working for a company is definitely the same. But my story here is that I always wanted to see how it is to have your own business, and I liked to take the risk. I like the dynamics, and I thought that I will just simply skip some of the company rules. That if I work for somebody, will bring me more freedom to make a decision for myself or make a decision for my company. And that's how I started. It's an interesting path. It's interesting to know that there's nothing to lose. You just need to start and things will improve on your way. But also you need to stay focused on what you're doing.
And what was the biggest challenge when you first started out?
That's, well, two things I can say. The first is definitely self-doubt, because you don't know what's going on. You definitely just simply go with I don't know. You're like a sailor going on a boat, and there's an open ocean, and you don't know where you're heading. The second one is definitely finances, and I can say that when I was starting, uh, I just have like savings to build a website, buy one slot on Woodpecker to start at least one campaign, and survive for 3 months. And then I just received my first client as a referral from one of my past clients when I was like freelancing. And then I just received one client from a Woodpecker campaign. Then I just saw that things can improve, and I just start, reinvesting all of this stuff, all of this money and knowledge into the business, and kept the focus on building the business.
And did you grow up in an environment that, uh, where you saw people building their own businesses?
Yeah, I was. Let's say my father like started 5 businesses, and I was somehow inspired by all of that. As I mentioned before, there was this question: what will be if I own my own business? It's not easy, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of interesting. If you like what you're doing, you can definitely go like that. Yes, there's a lot of people around me that started their own business. Some of them failed. They get back and they start again. So I have like friends around me that are, simply pushing me, and we always push each other to, take some challenges and take some risk to do all of this with the business.
And let's go back for a moment to the last question.
Okay.
When you mentioned the biggest challenges, because I was wondering how were you able to overcome them?
Oh yeah. So to overcome all of this is it's not an easy task, honestly. Uh, I saw this opportunity when I received my first client from my first cold email campaign, and one thing that gave me some kind of energy to move forward was that they started believing me in what I do. At first, we were going like back and forth with emails so they can, make sure that I'm even a real person. I said to myself that I will do this. I will create the video for them, and I will also over deliver. They were satisfied, and they just simply referred me to one of their acquaintances. It was kind of interesting path that you will gain some kind of confidence, knowledge, and it will give you more energy to keep the focus. So overcoming all of these obstacles is hard, but you need to believe in yourself and have that confidence that things will improve and things will go much further than what you thought at the start.
Did you have any mentors or people who otherwise helped you at the beginning?
No, I didn't have any mentors when I was starting. I was reading a lot of books. I received this book, Anyone Can Do It, from Sahar and Bobby Hashemi. It was their story, how they built the Coffee Republic. That gave me some kind of strength to say, yes, I can start, and I can go as far as I can because I have nothing to lose. And it was kind of decision that will challenge me to uh, test myself and test my limits where I can go with this. There were a lot of ups and downs, and I've learned a lot from all of my decisions. And I've learned how I can express myself, how I can act on a call with the clients, how I can, talk with people, how I can share my knowledge, and all of this just kind of wrap it up in one piece that now presents what I am and what is the business right now.
And what's the most exciting or the most rewarding part of running your own business for you?
Uh, There are a lot of things, but I will definitely say networking, because let's say if you're creating a cold email campaign and you don't get any client, at least you can get somebody that will join your network. Surprisingly, I saw that there's a lot of people who do not start a business with me, but they keep their support on social media, and sometimes they simply just go for a quick chat, like, hey, how's the business going? I know we didn't do business, but let's see how things are going on your side. At the beginning, most of those contacts simply, don't believe you. But some of them are coming back after 2 years and say, okay, let's see what we can, start. Or they just simply introduce you to others who may be interested in my services. So networking definitely is one of the exciting parts. I can say that not just doing business, but meeting new people is kind of fun when you have your own business, because you can learn a lot and you can spread your knowledge also.
And for people who would like to set up their own businesses, maybe an agency like you, what one piece of advice would you give them to help them, get started?
Just start. It's a long journey. Don't expect overnight success. There's opportunities everywhere. If you can learn one skill and improve while you're learning and have fun, that would be the best start. Honestly, you don't have nothing to lose. Starting your own business is, like I said, an open sea in front of you, and you have no idea where to sail, or what would the weather be, or if there's a land on the other side. If you have all of these capabilities that you think that you can start a business, just start. Never doubt yourself, and one thing is that you need to never forget about yourself. Keep your health in first place, mentally and physically. Read, learn, connect with people, and share anything that you will do or you can learn throughout the path. Without all of this, you will be just simply lost, and things can go on another path. So if you don't know why you're starting the journey, then you will just end up on a dead end.
I think that's great advice, and I also feel it's one of those pieces of advice that seems really easy, but it's really hard to do, because you have to change your mindset. But it's a great piece of advice. Okay, the next question I wanted to ask you is, what are your business plans for the nearest future?
Well, as every entrepreneur would say, scaling the business, but I know it's hard, and I'm not rushing it, but I can say that there's a lot of fun throughout of it. So I simply like to enjoy how I'm doing the business and how I will scale up in the future. I will definitely continue with offering all of this video editing service, especially for repurposing content, because people really don't remember what you posted. So there's a lot of material to be shared on the internet, because it's a vast free media playground and everyone wants to be seen or heard. For now, at the moment, I have like 2 people working with the current clients, and I hopefully think that this number will grow. Regarding the cold email service, I will continue helping people throughout the Woodpecker Experts program. My goal here is to simply add more value in the community at first, and let know people that cold email is not just selfish spammy activity to sell or to improve KPIs, but it's more to understand that it's one-to-one channel and it's connecting, it's human way of starting a conversation and after that starting a business. As Brian Kramer says in his book Human to Human, is like I don't care what language you speak, who your brand is, or what your message you're trying to send. We all need to speak more human. So we often complicate what we're trying to say, and we prolong the selling decision process. So that would be my goals for the nearest future.
Okay, and the last question to wrap up. This is actually my favorite question. Professionally, you are an expert in video marketing and cold email, but what are you an expert in privately?
I'll make a joke here. It's fixing my grandma's phone on social media so she can call. She can video call me, because she clicked something and telling me that she didn't even touch it. So, but yeah, jokes aside, I'm like expert in photography and cooking. In my free time, I like to just go out, roam the city, and take some photos, and also trying some new recipes in the kitchen and see if I can at least not burn the kitchen. So yeah, it's kind of that way.
Okay, those are great hobbies, especially the fixing your grandma's phone one. Okay, Ljubcho, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it that you agreed to come and chat with me and have drinks.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, and thank you very much, and I see you. Bye-bye.
Bye.